Now we're gonna play my game, man. Uh, Look at this guy, fucking amazing. And by the way, he loves to be on the camera. Uh, anyway, he's purring like a Ferrari. I'm about to buy a bag of coffee beans. The current bid is $1, and the bidding goes until let's say uh like I don't know what time. Maybe actually let me turn on the Magic TV. Maybe they have a clue. But let's say like I don't know. I wanted to buy something at Aldi, but I forgot what I wanted to buy, so I'm not gonna buy it. But let's say the bidding goes until 9 p.m.
When trying
tonight.
to exchange insurance information, the cab driver took off.
It's $1, man. That's it. I mean, that's a start. I don't care what it's. And let's suppose you do. Like let's suppose you're not in the military. You can still bid and all that. It's already at $40, and the restaurant not even open yet, man. $40 already. It's huge. It's huge. Man. I'm buying 1 pound. Alex Lynn. Wow. The Blue Angels. They want to bid on this coffee. $45. Wow. I mean, the bidding is going really fast, really high. $53 already. I might walk all the way to Starbucks, man. I might not. I think I'll walk to Starbucks, man. The idea of drinking Dunkin' Donuts coffee in my own crash pad, that's not appealing, frankly speaking. And the idea of walking all the way over there for fucking coffee I don't like every morning, that shit is not fun. And I fucking hate soy milk. And I really couldn't give a fuck about almond milk. And $64. Wow. This shit. Erin Como. She's saying $100,000. She's hot as hot as hot. Let's just leave it at that. And Kelly Unitas is saying, no, Kelly, you like the hottest of the hot. I mean, let's be real. And Kelly Unitas is saying $100,001. Well, it's getting competitive, man. It's getting competitive. Ooh, Victoria saying $100,002. Wow. Molly going insane. $100,093. Wow. This is amazing. Melissa Patton, $100,100. Why did we stop the debrief? let me tell you, a debrief actually requires a lot of people to do a lot of thinking, and we really not get anything out of it, man. So we said, fuck it. And now you just gotta, if you want to show up and fucking find out what happened, no one gives a fuck, man. But if you want to like fucking listen and all that, and whatever we think happened, and who the winners were and who the losers are, by all means, show up, and you better be fancy, man. And you know, uh, is it gonna be as detailed as a debrief? Fuck no, man. Those days are gone, man. You know why? I'll tell you why, man. Let's suppose I was an officer and someone like me, like a mega leader, said prepare a debrief. Yeah, and that's all I said, which I did say. If I was that flag officer, I would be fucking stressed out of my head, literally. And the flag officer has little bitches, lieutenants and all that shit. And they like really smart. I'm not kidding. Like to be a flag officer's bitch, like lieutenant, you wear a little golden fucking parade. You take a golden shower and all that shit. But they wear like a little amulet. It's called. That's a big honor. And it's a fucking stressful fucking job, man. A flag officer is on call 24/7, man. And like a lot of shit. Like like one flag officer, for example, in the Marines. This guy is in charge of fucking, like a lot, man. I don't even know. Like, I'll be real. Helicopters, artillery, all kinds of crazy, small arms, bombs, airplanes, ships, uh, probably a lot of other shit I don't even know about, man. Nukes, dirty weapons, obviously. And, who knows what other fucking shit. I really don't even fucking want to know, man. This is not a fucking corporation, idiots. Like, oh, he's a vice president of fucking dildos or vice president of fucking yellow stickies or whatever the fuck you idiots do, This is real. In other words, like, let's suppose another flag officer who's above that flag officer says to that flag officer, how many bullets you got? The fucking flag officer has to tell him, I got this many bullets. This is real, man. Ask any fucking flag officer. They're going to tell you this, man. And I'll give another example. This flag officer here wants, some cocaine or whatever. And that flag officer over there has like artillery shells. Now, does that flag officer know this flag officer? No. But both those flag officers know me. And, we can work something out, man. It's not a big deal, I don't want to put like a, figure on it or whatever. That's a DEA. Have fun. Actually, this is DA. Have fun. But I'm just saying that's the kind of shit, I need to worry about. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you another example. Look at a naval flag officer. One. They might have like what's called a battle group or some shit like that. Let me look that up. There's a game called Battleship. That's a real game, and it's made by this company that makes Monopoly. And this game is very high level strategy. And if you go to the real Pentagon, like I used to go to, uh, the flag officers would play this in front of me, and they had another room that was like considered too low level, and in that living room they had like simulated war games and all that bullshit. And they said, you don't need to worry about all that. This is what the real, this is how we really plan the military operations, and I believe them. And it's amazing. It's really amazing. Battleship. Um, what you do, it's like a chess and checkers for naval flag officers, and you have all these battleships, like aircraft carrier, submarine, destroyer, cruiser, all that. And then you say, like bingo, like B-17, and the other flag officer says, "Coke up, bitch." And then this flag officer has to take a token for 420 because he missed. Then the other flag officer says A4. And then this flag officer says hit. You took up, bitch. And that's fucking real, man. That's how the fucking that's the real war, man. And I don't want to talk about the Marine game, man. It's top secret, man. It's top secret. And these flag officers saying, yeah, that's true. I remember you. And they said they only showed me this secret war room. The real VIP and all those idiots they took to the fucking computer simulation bullshit, blah blah blah. And they said, that's for TV and movies. This is the real one. And like, let's suppose you're a, flag officer's bitch, whatever. They're gonna be like, bitch, I want this pizza, this beer, this ice cream, and I want that shit in 45 fucking minutes. Or I swear to God, you're gonna become a deck mopper and whatever officer. If that's real, you can go to the Pentagon right now and go to the secret war room, and if you can get in and figure it out, they're gonna show you, man. And that battleship game. There's a term. It's called honing the mind. And I don't know what honing means, but it's got something to do with like sharpening. And the skills I saw, man, in the battleship game, I was like, fuck, man. Now, what are these guys naval officers, man? I mean, if I'm going to be frank, the naval officers is smarter than the Marine Corps officers. I mean, that's just real. And the Air Force officers, not as smart as the naval officers. And the Coast Guard officers are not as smart as the Marine Corps generals. And then you got the Army. I don't want to talk about that. It's like boring as fuck, man. But, one time these naval flag officers told these two Army generals to go have a Jello wrestling match. And I know when people is being humiliated, man, and that's exactly what was happening. And these Army generals had to have a Jello wrestling match. And that's the kind of shit that's going on in the Pentagon, man. If you really know what's going on in the Pentagon, man, I mean, it's fucking insane, man. And I don't like this song, man. But I don't know what the bidding is at the coffee now, man. But I'll tell you, this is true. One time I was inside the Pentagon in the secret war room, and this flag officer said, you can't make this shit up, man. This flag officer said, King of Snake is here, blah, blah, thumbs up. He needs X number of tons of cocaine moved, like, tonight. I don't know what year this was. Probably like, what the hell? Let's say, like, make up a year, man. Let's say 1999. And, back then, like 1 ton and 1.5 tons, that was a fucking lot of cocaine and heroin back then, man. I really wasn't moving it for me, man. I was moving it for Martin, to be totally frank. And, I told this flag officer I need it from here to here. And this other flag officer was like, do you know that's illegal? And then, I said, do you know you can make a lot of money like this? And he said, I don't understand. I said, look, bro, man, if you move this shit, your little fucking dildo pension, man, I mean, forget about it, man. And he was like, what do you mean? I said, dude, if you move this one load for us, he's right, it was opium. It was opium. I forgot. Anyway, I said, if you move this one load of opium, I said, what is your flag officer fucking pension? He said, I don't know, blah, 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 blah. I said, they have a pay scale sheet in the Navy. It's not a secret. And I whipped out a pay scale sheet. I said, look, you is over here, man. Over here. That's the highest. And yeah, it go like this. And this is the highest, retirement, blah, blah, blah. I said, that's you, man. And believe me, your wife is not going to be happy. Let's just leave it at that. And he tried to say, you can live a comfortable life on a flag officer pension. Blah. I said, or, that's true. Or you can live like a rock star on a thumbs up pension, man. And he said, "How does it work?" I said, "It worked like this, man." Let me see if I can talk about this. Oh yeah, yeah. Uh, anyway, I said, "Here I work, man. You send one of your little dildo, those guys. I don't know what they're called, flag officer assistant guy, with your passport to this hotel inside the Cayman Islands. You know, I said, try to put them there, in 2 days." And he said, "And then what?" I said, "That's it, man. That's it." And he's like, "I don't understand how this works." I said, "Exactly." And let us just say, this is called trust fund, trust the company, the agency, and we will take care of you. And then he said, "How much money are you gonna put in there?" I said, "How much money you want, man?" And now, why do I do that? I want to see what they thinking, man. If this guy say, "I want $1 trillion," I'm gonna have him fucking killed. That's simple. If he says like, "I want $100 billion," I'm gonna fucking have him killed. If he said, "I want $10 billion," I'm gonna have him killed. If he said, "I want like $1 billion," I'm gonna have him killed. If he say like, "I want $100 million," I'm gonna have him killed. If he say, "I want $10 million," I'm gonna have him killed. If he said, "I want $1 million," I'm gonna have him killed. If he say, "I want $100,000," I'm gonna say, "How about $10 million, bro?" Like that. That's how that shit works. That's 1999. That's because the pension maximum back then was like $100,000 a year or whatever. And this guy's like, "I want $100,000." I was like, 10 million, man. If he said, "I want $50,000," I'll be like, $50 million, bro. Really, that's how this game works, man. And I can tell you don't know fucking shit, man. And it's like a aircraft carrier, man. This shit is so big. One time I was inside an aircraft carrier, I was lost. You know, I couldn't eat like breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I couldn't figure out where the fuck this thing was, man. And it wasn't just me lost. Every person I asked on the ship was like over there. They was lost, so confused, man. They were trying to help me out. They kept, this guy was like, "Oh yeah, it's over there." This guy was like, "This is over there." It's like he's like, nobody knew where it was, man. Nobody. And I didn't eat, man. That's a true story. I mean, that's how big aircraft carrier is, man. Nobody knows sometimes. And I said, this chick is super hot, man. I don't know who she is, but she's hot. Channel 5, Fox 5. Tracy Carrasco, very nice. Yeah, we're not hiring anyone, man. Tried everything. Debrief, hire. No, nothing works, man. Done. Now it's all about the 420. Now it's my fucking world, man. It's all about the 420 chillax, man. Trump Hotel. You're fucked, man. You are fucked. Uh, I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about aircraft carriers. Uh, let's suppose you got something called a dummy bomb. Let me see if I can talk about this, which you do. Now, inside the dummy bomb, guess what there is? Nothing. Let me explain why. Inside the dummy bomb, you can put things, like blue paint, red paint, like a smoke grenade type chemical that, whatever. And this is simulating a blast radius and all that bullshit, right? Or you can put heroin, cocaine, opium, pills, that. And let me see if I can talk about that. Yeah. And one time we had this war game, whatever. The Navy calls it something else. I don't know what they call it. I think they call it Battleship. If I'm not mistaken. And oh, Nemo, absolutely. This is a good movie for Nemo. And I really hope Nemo and Jenny and Julie, or actually Nemo and Jenny, I really hope you merge your houses, man. These women going from rated G to rated R, rated G to rated R. And why are they doing that? They flipping their business, man. That's money. Anyway, let's talk about I don't know what the Navy calls it. Let's just call it war game. Well, they want me to get a coffee in 20 seconds. I can assure you that's not happening. Okay, I'll go. All right, I'm gonna end this now then, because I have to get ready, go for PP, all that, man. I gotta say bye to the cat, and then cat get very anxious when I leave the house, and I'll forget about it.